I can compare this to is, if you can imagine hiking the trail at Ricketts Glen without the trail. Well, good morning once again, my friends, and welcome to the McIntyre Wild area here in the Loyalsock State Forest. We're in a remote section of the state forest here, and we are at a location known as Miners Run, which is right behind me. Now, Miners Run is not a secret location, but it's not a well-known location. It's a little bit of a mecca for waterfall enthusiasts, which you know that I am. So within a half-mile stretch along Miners Run here are said to be 6 to 8 waterfalls. Now, there's no official trail going up Miners Run, but there is a bushwhack hike that we can do. Now, the one caveat is the remnants of Hurricane Debbie came through this region 48 hours ago, and it's been a dry summer, but a lot of rain fell. So the water is running higher than usual. I hope it's not running too high. We'll only be able to find out when we go up there. So without hesitation, let's film and document the waterfalls here of Miners Run. I'll see you up ahead. All right, guys, Gator out. So immediately after leaving the parking lot, only about 100 feet, we come to the first waterfall, which I can see it's really flowing. And you come through these interesting rocks here, and you're right on top of the waterfall. We are making our way up on the left bank of Miners Run. Again, no real trail here. There's like a little shelf above the water. The water is beautiful, but the footing is treacherous, so I really got to take my time, move very slowly, very deliberately through this hollow here of Miners Run. But it feels really beautiful and remote out here. It's a gorgeous setting so far. So I found this, I was looking down at the ground, I found this rock. I believe it's a piece of coal. Now, on top of the mountain is the former lumbering town of McIntyre, which would be up that way. It's a ghost town. All that remains is a cemetery and maybe a few foundations. There's also a viewpoint up there, but the road was like completely washed out. And it's supposed to be a very treacherous road, so I have to save that adventure for another video. But this McIntyre Wild area is several thousand acres, and there's practically no trails within it. which makes it quite interesting. We're continuing up the left bank of Miners Run, and it looks like it appears to be a large cliff cave or overhang here, rock overhang. I'm underneath this rock shelter, and it's hard to say how long this has been here for. If this goes back hundreds of years or thousands of years, or this collapsed recently. There is some writing in the back of the wall, so we'll see if we can take a look at that and see if it says anything interesting. So I had to cross the stream. It was very sketchy. Like I've been saying, the water is higher than normal. I lost my hiking stick going across. I almost went in, but I made it. We're now on the right bank of Miners Run. It's the only way to continue up the stream underneath these rocks here. Wow. Nature, adventure, discovery. Scenic Pennsylvania. We got it all here today. Thank you for joining me. I do appreciate you. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button. You can also find me on Instagram and Patreon if you want to help support me in coming to these places and showing you these rarely seen sights in here in Pennsylvania. So what we just saw there was balanced rock. That section of the gorge here is just wild. And we're a little bit above the stream now in this open rocky area. But man, just incredible. The only thing I can compare this to is if you can imagine hiking the trail at Ricketts Glen without the trail. That's what it was like coming up through there. And I think we still have 1 or 2 more waterfalls to go. Absolutely spectacular. Just incredible formation after formation. The boulders here are giant, and they're tilted up on their sides in every which way, forming little natural bridges for the water to go through and under. Just a spectacular. The sun has gone behind some clouds and really darkened everything, and it's amazing how quickly that changes the mood from peaceful and happy to dark and mysterious and brooding. There are some legends about Miners Run. It's reported to be a haunted area dating back to the ghost town of McIntyre and even Native Americans before that. But man, this is like an epic adventure here. Whew. This hillside here now is precarious. I thought we were perhaps done with the waterfalls, but oh my God, we are not. More to come. Unbelievable. Wow. This is awesome. Well, I think we finally reached the grand finale. And wow, is this spectacular. Amazing waterfall here. Oh my God, beautiful. God is good. The spectacular hidden beauty of Pennsylvania. It's not even marked on the maps. These falls aren't even named. I may name them after some of my Patreon supporters, but we've actually reached an old grade. And the way this hike works is you bushwhack up the stream like we did, and then you can follow this grade back down to the road where we parked, Rock Run Road. But you can't see any of the waterfalls from this grade. I think we're coming up to our last one up here. But so that's what it is. It's a loop. It's now 12 o'clock. Been out here for 3 hours, haven't yet gone a half a mile. That's how it is here. All right, so we are now retracing our steps and heading back downstream towards the car. We are on this upper grade. It's pretty cleared right now, and it actually does give you a nice view of some of these bigger falls here towards the end. So if you just wanted to hike up to the really spectacular waterfalls, you probably could do it from here. I mean, actually, it's pretty amazing up here. But it should be a pretty quick walk back to the car, and I'll catch up with you when we get there. I'm looking down at these waterfalls and the terrain that I covered coming up, and I'm saying to myself, how the hell did I even make it up there? Wow. But this upper grade here is now entering into some laurel, and it's getting a little tight. And that's what I do recall reading in the reports, was that this grade, this area is not, you know, people know about it, like I keep saying, it's not a secret, but it's not, you know, it's hard to get to it. And this trail, I think, is going to get pretty narrow. I'm already getting a couple spider webs on me. So you can see how dense this is, and probably got to check myself for ticks after coming through here. Now this is almost like a barely even a game trail. So it's the direct route directly through a jungle of laurel, a Pennsylvania jungle. Oh boy. All right, and just like that, I can see the old orange Challenger down there, and we are coming back down to Rock Run Road. And yeah, it was literally not even 10 minutes on the way back. 3 hours up, 10 minutes back. All right, guys, that was pretty spectacular. You got to get outside, you got to see the world. If you're looking for waterfalls, you know, after a rain, not right after a rain when it could be dangerous, but this kind of worked out perfect. They were really flowing. Man, they were jumping. One more spot up the road, a short distance, is, I think it's like a known, like, local, like, swimming hole along Rock Run. Now, Rock Run is a famous stream in Pennsylvania. Some people say it's the most beautiful stream in all of Pennsylvania. It's worth a video or two of documentation on its own. But I want to see if we can get down to that swimming hole and just rest and relax a little bit before we make our return home. So let's go see if we can find that spot on Rock Run. I think it's called Middle Falls. Let's go. Well, that was quick. I mean, that was like 1 minute down the road. And you can tell this is obviously a day use area, because they have the kiosk here. Rock Run Valley. And we're not far at all from the old loggers path. If you remember, me and hiker dude dad, matter of fact, we only camped a couple miles down the road on Rock Run at that awesome campground. So interesting.